questions for CJ Moran.
What was the offensive group's focus this week, coming off a tough stretch heading into conference play?
Yeah, for sure. Keep it simple is ambush the heater, and I think we did that very well tonight, and kind of eliminating his other pitches. And the guy has a good velo on his fastball and likes to live at the top of the zone, and kind of just ambushing that and be ready on time to hit the heater, and then get the 2 strikes and have a dogfight at bat. And I think we did that super effectively today and got that guy out as quick as possible.
Did you change anything as far as day-to-day practice? Anything different with getting ready for this weekend, or same drills, same approach, same BPs that you've been doing?
Yeah, for sure. I think the last 2 weeks we've kind of been switching it up with trying to do velo jugs on the field. So we put the jug about 45 feet away and kind of max it out and just kind of getting us prepared and ready for the heater and just trying to be on time for that and trying not to be late, because I think that's the biggest struggle we've had early on this year is not on time for the heater. So I think our coach has done a great job instilling that into us and just being ready for that and our practice plan, and kind of showed tonight. So
was that the approach because of the pitcher Hood today, or is that just generally the offensive approach going forward, attack the heater, hit the heater as much as possible?
I think both, but obviously the pitcher had a good fastball today, but recently that's kind of going back, getting simple. I think we were kind of overcomplicating things early on, so just trying to simplify the last couple of weeks, let's be on time for the hitter, let's destroy the heater, and good teams hit fastballs. So that's kind of been our approach lately.
And what did you see from Hood today?
So early on, I saw a lot of heaters, and then after that at bat, I put it over. I didn't see any more heaters after that, so kind of just a lot of change-ups after that. So, but I got that one fastball. That's all that matters.
And did you get all of that?
I did. I think that's the hardest ball I've ever hit before, and I think it went a long way. So I'm happy that happened. It was a good feeling. It's hard to recreate.
It did go a long way.
CJ, from the offense as a whole, what was it like seeing the aggressiveness tonight? Do you think about swinging first pitch, the stolen bases? What was it like seeing all that?
Yeah, I think it was awesome. I think it started with Gabe Springer, first pitch of the game, hitting a rocket, and that just fired us up. And we were like, yeah, now we go. We're going to be aggressive today. And he set the tone. He's been awesome for us lately, and he's hitting balls hard all over the field, and it's awesome to see. And I think everyone's after that kind of set the tone, and we were just after it today.
The last 10 games have kind of not gone the way that you guys have hoped, despite some of the results, but how does playing those kind of opponents, those Power 4 opponents, help you guys coming into conference play? Yeah,
I know we've had a tough schedule, and it's been tough the last 10 games, and I think it's prepared us very well and gotten us ready. And they're instilling in us we're playing good competition, we're playing good arms, but we can live up to that. And yeah, despite the losses, I think we've played some great games lately, and especially against those good teams. We let a couple slip away, but we know how talented we are, and we know how talented we can be. So we're just going to keep riding it out. And now we got conference, and we're hoping to make a name and destroy conference. It's the whole goal.
What was it like seeing you guys put up 6 over those first 4 innings?
Yeah, it was awesome how early we were able to. I think our plan for the starting pitcher, I think we stuck to that plan really well, and kind of stuck with it. And then to tip my cap to that relief pitcher, he was really good, and he was able to get us out. So just kind of hoping to tomorrow and the next day keeping that aggressiveness up, even when whoever coming out the pen, and just make sure we don't get complacent with where we're at.
Diego went out there and did his job, and he gave you guys 5 innings. How did it feel to, as an offensive group, go out there and give him that early run support?
Yeah, it was awesome. We love Diego, and Diego's our guy. Obviously, he's our Friday night guy. I have all the faith in the world, and I just love watching him pitch, man. And every time I know he's pitching, I know we have a chance to win ball games, and he puts us in great scenarios. And when we get a run lead like that, I think it helps him a lot, even when he's struggling. I think that's the best thing I can say is just we have his back and he has ours, and it's awesome to have him here.
I know you say you're a hitter at heart, but now that you've hit that, you hit that ball pretty hard today. Does it still feel, better to hit that, hit a homer, or does it feel, maybe a defensive play?
I think I'm a hitter, so I'm gonna say that home run. I don't think there's a better feeling than that, especially hitting the ball. I think that's the best I've ever hit a ball. So it's just finally feeling that after a rough stretch lately, and finally getting it off, because I know I can do that. So it's awesome to see.
I know, last 10 games didn't go the way you guys wanted them to. But I think in this clubhouse, the mentality is, flush that, we're over it. Mm-hmm. But if you can just speak to the character of the team,
Yeah.
Going through those 10 games, what that mindset was like, and just still staying motivated.
Yeah, I mean, after those games, after each game, we kept talking, and we have all the confidence in the world. The coaches have all the confidence in the world, and we have such a great group of guys, and we're so close and tight bonded. So it's really easy to pick each other up. It's really easy to come back after a game and just be able to be happy and flush it, because you have your teammates, your locker mates right next to you, just holding your head up high, and just being able to rely on each other has been great. And now that we got the one win out of the way, it might have been a little ugly towards the end, but I think we're going to be ready to go, and I think we're going to go on a roll here.
Back to back, WCC titles, opening up the conference schedule with a victory is a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
Just take me through the emotion in the clubhouse right now, and just what you guys are feeling.
Yeah.
Your conference play.
I think we came in fired up, and I think that showed early on. And then after the game, it was kind of just like a sigh of relief. It's like, all right, we finally got that one after a long 10-game stretch. It's like, all right, like take a deep breath, flush it, move on, let's go tomorrow, and let's put up some more runs. We know we can dominate these teams, and that's what we're gonna do.
Have you made any mechanical tweaks or swing changes at all over this last couple weeks?
Yeah, I think this week has been really big for me. I've been really big on simplifying, just trying to simplify, like kind of just get rid of any leg kick, just kind of get the foot down early and just trust my instincts and trust my bat to ball skills, and just kind of really get back to who I am as a hitter and just touching balls. So that was the whole goal.
So you used less of a leg kick tonight?
Yeah, I kind of just try to get the foot down, widened out a little bit, and just got to a position early to hit and just try to see it.
Does that home run tell you don't need a leg kick?
I think a little bit. I think it shows me that I can do a little less, and the ball still can go far ways. Don't need a lot to get it out here.
CJ, that 8th inning, it was like seeing Andrew be able to score on that play in the infield to shortstop, and then be able to be aggressive and be able to score on that play.
Yeah, I mean, that was awesome, and obviously it was like the biggest run of the game, and towards the end it was the reason why we won, and I was in the hole there, and I was just right in his face, firing him up, and I was like, dude, it's huge to get a run in the ninth. It's WCC, conference play is going to be tough, and every game is going to be a dogfight, so that run really helped us out. It fired me up, and Andrew's a great teammate and a great guy, and just will do anything for this team, so it was awesome to see that.
In addition to Andrew's run, then it was like seeing a couple innings before Nate come in he had first and third, 2 outs. It was like seeing him be able to get that and stop that 6th inning.
Yeah, it was awesome. I know Shriver, coming from Gonzaga, really wanted that spot and really wanted that ball in the position, and he came in and showed that, and he let it all out there and just gave it his all, and it was awesome to see that, and that emotion from him come out just as an infielder, as a teammate. It's really awesome to see that, and I got his back all the time.
Yeah, how do you guys take the emotion and all of the success tonight? How do you guys translate that to the rest of the weekend?
Yeah, for sure. I think I know we're big on flush and move on. That's our kind of motto in the clubhouse. So we're going to celebrate this tonight, and then just come back tomorrow like it's another day. Take the confidence, get our swagger, and just kind of go out there and compete.
Thank you, CJ.
Yeah, of course. Thank you, guys.
Let's open up for questions. Diego Gutierrez.
How do you grade your stuff and your command tonight?
It wasn't the best. Started off a little shaky. Command was a little shaky, but good thing that I powered through it and was able to put up zeros for the team.
What was your best pitch tonight?
Definitely fastball. That's the pitch that I've been leaning on. When other stuff's not landing, but I mean that's the name of the game. Command the fastball, and you win.
It looked to me like you started out with good fastball command.
Yeah.
And then maybe got a little shaky.
Yeah.
And then bounced back. Is that how you felt like the outing progressed?
Yeah. I think as I went on in the game, I got better. The walks aren't pretty, but I figured it out.
Yeah.
Leaving guys on, that's always good. And then just giving the offense a chance to, breathe a little bit. We're up 4-0 and I'm putting up zeros. It's good. It's a good thing.
How did it feel to pitch with a lead?
It's amazing. It's always good. I think it takes a lot of stress off me. Just go out there and collect outs. That's my job when we have the lead, to collect outs, get the offense back in the dugout.
So you feel less stressed when you pitch with the lead than when you don't?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I could see that going the other way. If you have a lead, there's some more
Yeah.
pressure to hold
Yeah.
the lead
Yeah.
when you're already behind.
Yeah.
We're already behind.
The stress comes when I start walking, guys. Yeah, that's how I'm like, okay, I gotta go.
Diego, despite throwing those 20, 25 pitch innings, the first, second, and third. How important was it to go back there for the fourth and you go 1, 2, 3 for 10 pitch innings?
That was huge. That was good. That was good. First 2 innings, just it wasn't there. But being able to power through it, like I said, was huge. And then the inning helped me out. It helped me go in, inning longer, for sure.
100 total pitches tonight. 59 of those were for strikes. And it's very clear that you and Jaden behind the plate have a dynamic going.
Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about just your guys' dynamic and how you guys prepare, for each and every one of your starts?
Yeah, I think going into it is we do a lot of off-the-field stuff, talking to G, like what the plan is before the game. But I think he does a very good job of, when I'm not doing good, comes up to me, he's like, hey, slow it down. Don't change anything. Like, be yourself. And I think having Lobby behind there is so crucial for me. Like, he helps me out a lot for sure.
How'd you feel your off-speed stuff was tonight?
Not that good. Changeup was there when I needed it, but wasn't landing like how I need to. But having that curveball, like I said, that moon ball, being able to throw that whenever I want is crucial for me.
Yeah, we see the emotion that you show when you're getting off the mound.
Yeah.
Here at Fowler. What is it specifically about Fowler that kind of brings that emotion out of you? I know you said, when you're pitching at home, you get a little more amped up, you get a little more emotional. But what is there something specific about this place that just brings that emotion out of you?
Yeah, not really. I think I just try to fire my team up, get some momentum on our side, and I think that's the biggest thing for me is just giving the guys a little like hell yeah, let's go.
Do you think of yourself as the leader of the pitching staff?
Yes, and I think coming out today, and like I said, I didn't have my best stuff, but find through it. And I think we need to take that as a staff this whole weekend. Like, even if you don't have your best stuff, go out there and compete.
Do you throw a slider?
Yeah.
How often did you throw that tonight?
I threw it maybe like 8 times.
Okay.
One of them got an out, and then the rest were just set up pitches to that fastball away.
Okay. I thought so. I just think sometimes when I'm watching on the monitor, it's a little tough to differentiate the changeup and the slider.
Yeah.
You both have good down action.
Yeah.
I thought there was a slider in there.
Yeah.
Just wanted to confirm.
Diego, what's been the talk among the pitchers, and how difficult this stretch has been? How's that discussion been like with the pitching staff?
We just try to go in there and compete in the zone. Limiting the freebies, limiting the free 90s any way we can, just compete in the zone, lose with your best stuff. And I think that's when this pitching staff's going to go, is when, we're not scared to give up the hits, the home runs. So what? We need to move on, compete in the zone.
We talked about Jaden earlier. What's it like for him to set the tone in that first inning, getting that cut steal and that runner out at second
That's
base?
huge. That's huge. I mean, that's expected at Lobby. He's so good behind the dish. Like, when he does that, I'm like, he's just doing his job. That's a lob liner.
Go ahead.
To Mike's question earlier, it had been since February 20th, which was the home opener, your first home start that you had pitched with a lead.
Yeah.
What does it mean to you for your offense to go out there and get your early run support? And what does that do for you heading into the later innings of your start?
I think, it's always big to win an inning, especially the first inning. Going out there, and my main thing is to go put a 0 up and then do it again. Score, put up a 0. That's how it goes.
Open up for questions, head coach Brock Ungricht.
Was there a particular message to the team this week coming off a tough stretch of non-conference play and now heading into conference play?
Yeah, I think, our goal from the start in September is to win the WCC, advance to a regional every year. And, kind of telling the team that, if I were to tell you we were going to go on the road opening weekend, win 2 out of 3 in Charlotte, if I were to tell you that we're going to sweep the next weekend, win 4 games in a row, and then be battle tested against really good Power 4 competition, which is why we design our schedule to do that, then I feel like that you guys have seen a lot of it. You've seen all of it going into conference and being prepared going into conference. And I thought our guys did an outstanding job all week of practice. I've told many people that, when they come through the doors here at Fowler Park, you'd think that they're 21-0. Being able to control the controllables, control their mindset, their attitude, their effort, the way they get after it and work in the weight room, on the field, and they just continue to stay together and keep grinding. They want to win. There's no doubt about it. So it was awesome to see them to get back in that win column tonight.
The offense came alive against a guy who had really good numbers. What was the offensive plan going into tonight?
Mitch and Josh Nikoloff, our assistant coaches, they did a great job just putting a game plan together and really be simple with our approach today with what we do, and our guys did a great job of not chasing. I thought we handled pitches that were mistakes up in the zone. I give him a lot of credit. He's got really good off speed, good changeup, good breaking ball mixed in with the spin on the fastball. And then we were able to force, put a little pressure on him, I think, and get him in the stretch, and we were able to take advantage of that. Really good base running tonight, I thought. Stolen bases, ball and dirt reads, which can, put the pressure on the opposition. And, I think the game plan going in, our offense did a great job of executing what Mitch and Josh put together tonight.
Was it a fastball-focused game plan or just more aggressive generally?
Yeah, trying to get to the fastball. I think that really trying to work off the fastball and adjust from there. Get them up in the zone, kind of belt high, and I think our guys did a really good job of discipline in the strike zone.
Was that Moran home run one of the farthest you've seen here at Fowler Park?
Yeah, right up there. Boy, did he need that one. He's been working tirelessly again with Coach Nikoloff, and I give him a ton of credit of hitting in there. I know he hasn't had much failure in his young career, and he brings the same tenacity and attitude and energy day in and day out, and that was nice to see that tonight. But yeah, probably one of the farthest ones.
Coach, you talked about that aggressiveness. What was it like then? You mentioned the stolen bases tonight. Gabe starts the game off with swinging first pitch, but then you look at towards the end of the game, that 8th inning, it was like seeing Andrew being aggressive there and going for second home on that ball to shortstop. Yeah,
it's awesome. I mean, again, same thing we try to really emphasize in our program with being aggressive on the bases, and no lead is ever safe, especially in this conference in baseball, right? And to get that one run in the 8th, I think he drew a walk there, if I'm not mistaken, Ghana, or anyways reached on with 2 outs there in the 8th, and just how big it is to be able to steal a bag, get into scoring position, and then Messis just had great at bats all night. I mean, he was just fighting pitches, fouling pitches off, and puts it in play with 2 strikes. The power of contact was 2 strikes. We always talk about touching it and putting it in play. Gets us a run there in the 8th, and that all was with 2 outs, which obviously proved to be the winner right there for us to cap off that victory. So I thought it was an awesome competitive 8th inning.
You mentioned players like Gage. Nate's part of this conversation too. What's it like when they get to play a school that they attended?
Yeah, I think it's one of those things that you just try to keep your emotions in check. Obviously that comes to the forefront of their mind, but I thought they do a good job, like with our process of really trying to focus on us. When we focus on us, we focus on our program, we focus on our strength and focus on what we do. We're playing the game of baseball. We're not focusing on the opposing team. Respecting the opposing team, obviously, but we're really trying to focus on what we can control and what we do on the pitching side, on the defensive side, and the offensive side. And I thought those guys handled it really well tonight.
Was it like seeing Nate be able to come in the 6th inning with runners at first and third with 2 outs?
Yeah, I told the guys, after the game, I told the pitching staff, I thought it was awesome that he came in with an intent. He came in with an intent to try to really collect outs, do his job. We ran him back out there again for another inning, and it was awesome to see him just continue to pound that strike zone and not pitch worried, and I thought he did a good job. And I thought Porter Rovin did a good job coming in, too, in his spot. He got 2 ground balls, couldn't make the play on them. Unfortunate, it's baseball, and he responded. He got a good out there at first, and then DeShriver came in to help him out. So I thought that was a good team effort.
What did you see from Gutierrez tonight?
I thought he got a little, we nibbled there early on a little bit, kind of missing some of the breaking balls. And then he responded. I didn't see him phased. I saw him really compete and get through. I think he's tough, and I think that's a makeup thing. We talked about it all week. You could have all the talent in the world, but when talent doesn't show up, if you're not tough enough, and you don't have the grit and the fight, then we don't have anything, to be honest with you. So I think that he showed that, okay, hey, maybe I wasn't landing the breaking ball. I was kind of missing glove side too much, and I thought he responded well to keep us in the game and really stay on. He kind of got back to attacking hitters, and I thought that he did a good job of that.
Is the Fry's move to the bullpen permanent move or a TBD going forward?
I think it's a little bit TBD. It's just going to depend on how the weekends shake out. But that's kind of his role. It was his role a couple years ago. He did really, really well in. And hey, Drake's going to have the attitude of like, give me the ball if the game, whatever. If you need me out in the 8th inning, the 9th inning, if you need me to start a game, he's going to have that mindset. And that's what's awesome about having Drake Fries on this team. Because again, I think it's about one of those things where, hey, whatever the team needs me in, I'm going to do it, and I'm going to give it everything I got. And I thought he did an excellent job in the 9th. After giving up those runs, he could have caved, and I thought it was very telling to the team and to anyone watching that there is no flinch, there was no knee buckle, there was no pout, there was no nothing. It was, okay, I'm getting on to the next hitter and getting these next 2 outs and getting off this field. So I thought he did a good job of responding through adversity.
Are you ready to announce a starter for tomorrow or Sunday?
Not yet. I just told them, I said, hey, when your name gets called, you're ready to pitch, and we're collecting outs, and we're going to win.
When going back to Diego for a second, when it was Diego's recruiting process and he was coming and looking at everything here, what did you see in him, and what qualities did you see about him that you said he needs to be a Torero here?
Yeah, I saw the passion right away. I saw the passion, and I saw that he values team. He values family. He values competing. And, he was sitting on that couch right there, and he was just, explaining how bad he wants to win. And I think that was a big box he wanted to check. And you could just sense that passion of him and selfless mentality. I watch our guys. I study our guys. I study other, pitchers that we face, and I really try to look at their face and look at their body language, because I think that screams everything to you to tell you about a person. And that guy has been as consistent as can be, with confident. He's been through some stuff to learn and grow, but he really wants to compete and pitch for the team and give it everything he's got. So I think that having him on this team is a blessing.
Obviously, the 10-game skid was rough, but I think this club's mentality is, hey, flush and move on. It's over with now, but if you can just speak to your club's character on how they handled that and just how they still kept themselves motivated, even with all that going on.
Yeah, I think they've done an outstanding job of controlling the controllables. I know it's cliche, but again, you can be the best team in the world. You could have the best stuff. You could have the most talent. But I think what really shows up when you get backed into a corner, true colors come out. How are you going to handle when things don't go your way? We talk about it day in and day out. It's a parallel of life, right? When things don't go your way, how's your attitude going to be? How are you going to be? Are you going to be selfish? Are you going to be selfless? Are you going to care about other people still? Are you going to be consistent in your personality? Are you going to keep working? Are you going to persevere through the tough times? That's what I want to see. I want to see what we have going through hard times, because tough times make tough men, tough people, and all our guys continue to do day in and day out as they come here to compete each and every day. Yeah, does their confidence waver? Yeah, they're humans, right? Yeah, absolutely. But there's one thing that they don't give up on each other, and they don't give up on the goal, coming in here every day, getting after and trying to play San Diego baseball.
For a player like Jaden, we talk about his offense all season long, but you look at that top of the first inning, what is his being able to get that runner out at second base? How much does that set the stage, and especially in the running game?
It's a great question. I wrote that down in my notes. That set the tone right there, right? And I think it sets the tone for, okay, we got to be careful to run, and they weren't even trying to run. They obviously tried to advance on a ball in dirt, and he hopped up and threw a strike to second base, and obviously it kills the momentum in that first inning, but what it does is it also sends a message on the running game and why we have the best catcher. Take him over anybody, out there, and he wears his heart on his sleeve, and he cares about this team, and he really, really wants to win and do whatever it takes to win. And, that was an awesome play in the first inning.
Offensively, as a whole, what's it like seeing your lineup either have at least a hit or an RBI altogether?
It's awesome. I mean, we don't talk about the results much, but just competitive at bats and keep stringing them together. It creates a momentum swing, and they executed that plan well. You could see it in their toughness, their grittiness, and at the plate. They really want to win. And it's not about them. It's not about me getting it done. It's about get the next man up and play hard and advance 90 feet if you can. And I thought they did a good job of that.
Thanks, Coach.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.